Good evening. This is CTV News for Friday, August 26th. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Byron Scott. Thank you for joining us. Well, the Prince George's School Board votes not to appeal a federal grant that was lost for the county's Head Start program. Despite this, the more than 900 students who are in the program will begin classes as normal on Monday. Federal officials took away the $6.3 million in funding after an investigation found poor conditions, teacher training, along with humiliation of students. Dr. Segun Eubanks, the chair of the school board, spoke on the Kojo Namdi show earlier today.
$16 million it went. Assume that means that the funding is not available. What it seems that you have done is taken a course that will permit you to receive that funding.
Well, what we've done is taken a course to ensure that children, those almost 1,000 children, will have uninterrupted Head Start services throughout the 2016-17
How will that be accomplished?
So that will be accomplished when we terminate the grant. The Administration for Children and Families will identify an interim provider of that grant. So
and you'll have one, there won't be a gap. When you terminate it, there'll be somebody in some organization in place to take it.
That is correct.
Meantime, Congresswoman Donna Edwards releasing a statement regarding this matter saying, quote, "Make no mistake, this is a systematic failure and must be addressed personally by the county executive to ensure that there is funding for all of the children and families in a fully funded program." Well, school officials say more than 3,000 students still don't have their proper immunization shots. These students are being turned away until their parents can prove they've had the necessary shots. There are some exceptions for kids who enrolled late or have medical conditions.
No shots, no school. So we tell parents, get your child immunized sooner than later. Don't wait till July or August to schedule your doctor's appointment. Get your shots now. And so we will continue to inform parents as we go into this school year to prepare their children for the next school year. But it is the requirement of parents to get their children immunized. We will support them through our clinics that we can have, but we want them to get their child immunized so the child is in school.
The school system held multiple shot clinics on Monday and Tuesday at various locations.
The Maryland Safe Harbor Work Group is busy trying to help young victims of human trafficking in the state. The group held its second meeting of the year today in Prince George's, where the public got a chance to weigh in. The group's chair, Maryland Secretary of State John Wobensmith, says they're making ground with battling the trafficking of young victims, but much more work is needed.
And hopefully it's going to get more attention and focus on it. And that's my intent, is to try to really push for both facilities that are needed for treatment, but also recognizing that for our children that there is sort of an age area where we really need to treat them as victims rather than as criminals.
And the group will meet a few more times before providing the legislature with recommendations on public policy needed to help in the fight against trafficking of minors. Well, authorities identify a sixth person killed in the fiery explosion at the Flower Branch Apartments in Silver Spring. 34-year-old Ayeged Mekonnen was among the 7 bodies recovered. On August 19th, investigators positively identified 3 victims: 53-year-old Maria Castellon Martinez, 62-year-old Augusto Jimenez Sr., and 65-year-old Saul Paniagua. Now, 2 children's identities were released last Tuesday: 8-year-old David Lainez Morales and 3-year-old Fernando Hernandez Orellana. Police are still trying to identify the 7th victim. Last week, ATF investigators said a buildup of natural gas caused the explosion. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Byron Scott.